Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. It's the Ed August Astrology and Tarot Show. Well, a very interesting night here as we're having an eclipse of the moon tomorrow. And several people asked about it last week, and some were very concerned about it. But I have to tell you, this is going to be what we call a penumbral eclipse of the moon. What it is the Earth is going to be between the moon and the sun, which are having a full moon. And the shadow of the Earth is going to be cast upon portions of the moon. In our location here in Arizona, let me just turn to the right page here so I can tell you some of this information. It's going to be starting, the eclipse will be starting at 3:34 p.m. tomorrow, February 10th, and the maximum will be at 6:11 p.m., and then it ends at 7:53. Now, if you happen to be in New York City or in various places along the East Coast, it starts at 5:34 p.m., it's at the max at 7:43, and it ends at 9:53 p.m., and, it's still going to be light out in many cases, but the effect of the Earth's shadow on the moon is going to be extremely limited in terms of what it will look like. It probably won't even look like there is an eclipse going on. It's only going to be seen for about 2/3 of the Earth. As a matter of fact, if you're in Honolulu, Hawaii, it's going to start at 5:50 a.m. and be finished at 10:50 a.m., and the maximum, it appears, is going to be about 85 or 90%. In New York City, it's going to be, it looks like about 98%, and here in Phoenix, maybe 92%, something like that. So the penumbral eclipse is not something that we really have to worry about, and I'll tell you why. Because it's Earth's. We are going to see Earth's shadow touching the moon. That's our own shadow. That's the shadow of Earth. I don't think that has much of an effect. I really don't think there's so much to be concerned about with that. So with that, let me to a letter which I just spotted tonight. It's from, I'm not going to mention her name, but she'll recognize the letter if she's on. Dear Ed, I've been going through some health challenges the past few months that have been affecting all aspects of my life and have been very hard for me to process. I'd appreciate any impressions you get from the tarot or other tools you utilize on how I can effectively deal with the emotional repercussions of these health challenges, as I do everything I can to return to perfect health. Thank you. And what is I cast a chart. Well, actually, I found it in Ephemeris. Maybe that helps. And, dear lady, I'm sorry. I just don't want to use your name on the phone in case somebody might recognize you or your situation. You were born with Mercury in a conjunction with Mars, and that's in Pisces. You feel things more than most people do. You just goosebumps and shivers and pleasure and, of all kinds with Mercury and Mars. Mercury intensifies the energies of Mars. Mars is the planet of work and of energy, and gosh, you're always on the go. This would certainly be a shock to you if you're not able to do everything that you're used to doing because of some health problem. And also, Mercury and Mars are both in a trine aspect that's 120 degrees to both the moon and to Neptune. And moon and Neptune are conjunct. You have a very mystical quality. You have some artistic flair or musical flair, and you may very well be psychic also. But hardships, I think the way to get around a hardship or a health problem for you is to go up a dimension, go higher in your mind. Look for the Spirit. Look for any spiritual revelations that you can that can help you. Surely with these planets, even though you are down to earth in other ways because you're an Aries after all, you have enough of this Pisces and Scorpio energy to help yourself tremendously by tuning in on the healing energies. Certainly, you must be in tune with your body. You must be in tune with the idea of cultivating all the good habits, of having as good of a diet as you can, for example. Everything you can possibly do to help your body and your mind through a really healthful diet, would be good. Diet sure beats pills, I did a book back in 1997 called Christian Astrology, based on the birth chart of Jesus Christ. Sometimes I like to compare people with the Jesus chart that I have, which is dated 1:30 a.m., March 1st, 7 BC. This is something I got from the astrologer Don Jacobs, who calculated this back in the 50s and 60s. And I love this chart because it shows that Jesus had 6 planets in Pisces, very tight together in Pisces, including the sun and the moon. This was the major, the star in the east, the star in the sky that the wise men, the magi, saw. This chart really works because it works in every episode of Jesus's known career, life, and death and resurrection. And I just noticed that your planets in Pisces that you have correspond very closely to Jesus's. He's got Venus and Saturn, Sun and Moon, very close to where you have your Mercury and Mars. And what that means is, of course, there will be incidents of spirituality. Of course, there will be healing. Of course, you'll be able to help a lot of people. But also there can be pain and suffering. Pain and suffering which has a point because you have the belief system that you have. Go to your belief system. If your belief system is not strong enough to encourage you to get through this bad situation, this bad health situation that you find yourself in, then kick yourself up into a higher dimension of belief in the spiritual realm. You can on Jesus, you can focus on other gods or goddesses or principles or Gaia or anything. It can be Hindu, it can be Buddhist, but that is the kind of thing that with your chart is going to save you, is going to make everything worthwhile. And think of all the good things that you've done, and also think of some of because Mercury conjunction Mars can sometimes be above my head, but I hope that helps you. And, I think you want some art also. So let me see what I can do. And I believe in your message that you sent to me at edaugusts.com. Also, you might have gotten it off of my website, www.edaugusts.com. Just go to the radio listen page, and I'm shuffling them 3 times, and I'm cutting them in the middle as you requested. And here we go. Let me see. Looking for something from afar. Okay, looking for answers. Looking for a mature diagnosis, a rediagnosis. Looking for the experts. Waiting for a transplant. Something like that could be going on. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is filled with angry and frustrated emotions, and that is perhaps you right now. You're not looking forward to a procedure. I totally understand that the Queen of Swords has many, feelings of, the unpleasantness of what you may be facing. The third card, though, is the Sun. The Sun is that innocent child riding on a white horse with sunflowers growing and a great big sun overhead. This tends to make me feel that you're going to be all right. It may take until summer before you're completely back to prime A1 health. But the Sun is a wonderful card for that, and I hope that happens for you. And with that, let me dip into the phone calls here. Let's see. I have someone calling from the 813. Very interesting phone number.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, in the 813. Can you tell me your name, please?
Yes,
and
my name is Nicole. I'm calling from Indiana.
Kathleen from Indiana. All right.
No, my name is Nicole. Nicole, okay.
Hey, Nicole.
Yes. Hi.
And what
yes.
What can I do for you
I'm
today?
sorry. Okay, yes.
Cool. I'm just wondering what I can do. Time is limited.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to Florida tomorrow, and I'm going there to see family and friends, and my husband lives down there. Me and my husband haven't seen each other since April of 2016. We separated in February 2016. I was wondering if we're going to see each other tomorrow. But we do talk as friends and stuff like that. We're friends on Facebook and everything like that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, are you worried about the other relatives? Do the other relatives know that you're separated, and would it be maybe they would raise their eyebrows or something? You think somebody might say something? Is that one of the considerations?
Yeah,
it sounds to me like you and your husband are fine.
Yeah,
it sounds to me like you too.
Well, my family doesn't care for him. It's my family that I'm going to go see down there. It's my family doesn't. But yeah. So I haven't talked to him in a few days, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Nicole, you're going down to Florida to see your family. How is he going to also be there? Did he stay in that area and you moved away, or how did that happen?
We used to, like I said, we used to live together, and that's husband and wife, and then we separated. I used to live down in Florida, and and like I said, I used to live down there with my husband. And back in February 2016, I moved out of our home, and then I lived with friends for about 2 months, and then I moved to Maryland, where I'm originally from, and then I moved to Indiana with other family members, and my mom was in Indiana. So I moved in with my mom.
Do you have... Sure. So your mom is coming also, or is she coming down to Florida with you, or is she going to stay home?
No, my mom and dad are divorced, so they can't. Plus my stepmom lives down in Florida too, so that's not going to work. So it's just going to be myself. I will do the cards, but my impression, just from listening to your voice, is that this is not bad. You're referring to him as your husband. You say that you're still talking with him. I don't see any reason why there should be a problem. I don't think that he's going to make any kind of scene in front of your dad's family. And you seem to be, in a pretty good place in your head also. So with that said, I think this is, let's go into the future a little bit more. Do you feel that you'd like to return to Florida at some point, or would you like to see if he wants to come up to Indiana, or is there any moves being made or spoken of? Yeah, we talked about it. It's just he's got obligations there, and I have obligations here. It's like I've kind of formed my life here, and
Nicole, do these obligations involve people? In other words, is there a guy for you in Indiana? There's a girl for him in Florida? Have you gone ahead and got some other things going? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's got community service hours he has to do in Florida by the state of Florida. He got in trouble in the past, and therefore he's got to stay down there, for probation and community service hours. So I got to stay here because he must be a very He must be a very interesting guy. I mean, he made some mistakes. He got involved with all kinds of people, and
don't we all? Let me ask you where you. And go ahead with your thought, please.
I'm up here because of family, because my mom wasn't in my life when I was growing up. So, and my mom's getting older.
Could you two still be lovers? Could you just see him in Florida, and next thing you know, you're in each other's arms? Could it go that way?
I'm hoping. I mean, I'm seeing what you can pick up.
Okay, that's great. Okay, I've shuffled the cards. Where would you like me to cut the cards? Near the top, third way down, The middle? Where can I cut the cards?
The middle sounds fine.
The middle, they just popped right there in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Ace of Wands. That's a very masculine card. You will note and enjoy all his masculine qualities as you used to. And the High Priestess is very shrewd and cunning, and the High Priestess is you in this regard. You will know exactly how to handle the situation. Now, the problem is the Eight of Cups comes up, and that shows that he cannot make a long-term stand with you. He's got to go back to wherever, he comes out and then he has to go back in, I guess, to do his term. When will that be over? Is there any idea how many more months or years he's going to have to serve?
He's saying he's got 300 hours of community service to do. So
once he sees you, Nicole, once he sees you and how you're going to be all dolled up ready for him tomorrow, this weekend, he's going to go through those 300 hours in about a week. I mean, he's going to zip through them. Because the next card, and it's the last card, is the Nine of Cups, and that shows happiness. That shows happiness of all the goblets being filled with wine and with goodness, and that the financial situation is going to improve also. I don't know if he can help you financially, or if you can help him financially, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. But he's got to still be out of touch for a while. It's the Eight of Cups. Maybe it means 8 weeks. Maybe it means 8 months. But once that period is done, you're going to be able to get back with him if that's what you wish. And if you're certain that he has that certain energy that you want, that you look forward to in a man, because that's what that Ace of Wands is. The Ace of Wands is a very phallic card. It's just really stands out with all those male attributes. So, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go to the next call. Thank you so very kindly. And let's see, that is to the 212 area code. Hello, in the 212.
Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, thank you for taking my call.
You're so welcome, and I appreciate your waiting. What can I do for you tonight? And what's your first name?
Karen.
Karen. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess I wonder what you might see with my living situation.
Okay. Now, 212. I always get 212 and 213 mixed up. One of them is in New York, or and the other one is in LA. Yeah. 212 is New York, right?
Yeah, this is New York.
New York, the Big Apple.
Manhattan, Big Apple, all that, whatever.
Wow, that's exciting. I've been there. I walked through the town from one end to the other. I was so impressed. This was in 1992, and I was walking from Midtown down to the Bowery. I wanted to take that ride, and I walked right past the World Trade Centers. And I looked up, and I had such an incredible feeling of fright. It was like something, like a big rock fell on me. I just could not get out of there fast enough. Walked past the Woolworth building, the trade centers, that little cemetery that they have there, with all the tombstones are all black and everything. And down to Wall Street and all that. Oh, my God. But anyway, are you actually in Manhattan?
Yes.
Oh, well, I bless you for, all the good views of all those skyscrapers. And so let me look at the cards for you. So what would you like to know about your situation in New York, or is it more of a career or personal matter? What is it that you need to know?
Okay, well, there seems to be a conspiracy of several of my neighbors, or some people I don't even know, I'm told. I'm so sorry. A co-op building, and I'm one of the holdout renters. I feel they're trying to boot me out so they can, get the apartment back to the co-op. I also feel a couple people in that group want the apartment for themselves. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They've been spreading rumors and trying to convince the landlord to get me out. I got a landlord letter weeks ago, which I addressed. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, or maybe there's a better apartment for me and my highest and best good. I like to think that way, but in this real estate market in the city, it's very scary.
It's tough.
And I'm not in a very good financial situation.
I am so sorry to hear that. Are you self-employed? Are you working every day, or are you working on some an inheritance? Not working. Wow,
working.
That's tough. So I'm looking in my crystal ball, trying to spot you over there in Manhattan, and I'm also shuffling the cards from the 4 times. I'm sorry, you're where?
I just want to say I live with my boyfriend, my partner, so it is 2 of us at least.
Well, great. That's great, because it sounds like that'll make a big difference as you than living by yourself in a situation where you think they want you out, or they want to, get you out any possible way they can. So I'm going to cut them in the middle. Is that good, or the third, or where would you see me cutting these cards?
Whatever you feel. I trust your instincts. Your cards.
Oh, thank you. All righty. That's great. Well, you're going to leave when you have a good deal, when they're going to be able to pay you enough to make it worth your while and going. And that has not happened yet, but you're going to receive, according to these cards, some kind of an offer. Not like in the Godfather movies where it's an offer you can't refuse, but it's the 9 of Cups. It means you will be set up very nicely to be able to go into another place. Some kind of deal will be made for you. Somebody will waive the free market, rent at another place to make it easier for you to get in there. But I do see that that this opportunity will come to you, and that you will actually move from there a little bit sooner than you expect, because it's the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups shows a person who's walking away. They're taking something with them, but they're walking away. And for that to be the first card that comes up, then I would say, I don't see you staying in that apartment for as long as you may think you'll be there. But I don't see any violence or danger to you, none at all. And the third card is very good. It's the Page of Pentacles. It means a new start. It means a new start for you and for your partner. And this will actually, when you are able to leave successfully and have a good place to go, your relationship with your partner will actually get better, because I see that it's the 6 of Cups, where the boy is offering a golden cup to his little girlfriend. So definitely the 2 of you will stay together. Now, I don't know what has to take place for this to take place, but, the card that came up was the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords means that, yes, by God, if they want you out of there that much, then somebody who's what are they trying to condo the units? Is that it?
Oh, it already went co-op. So they would like all the apartments back to the co-op.
Yeah. And
I think, if there's a certain amount of shares for the apartment, and so there's more money into their fund.
Yeah.
Somehow like that it goes.
I don't think you've talked to the right person yet. I think that you've let them kind of back you into a corner where you're feeling defensive and fearful about this. There's someone there, a real estate agent, a mogul, an owner, a manager, someone on a high level that you can talk to. Don't talk to these people that are in those other units around you, because that's where you get the most negative reactions. Forget them. Go upstairs, not literally upstairs, but I mean, find the person in charge. It might be a lawyer. It might be a board of directors, something like that. Somebody, if they want this bad enough, then they will be able to help you out in such a way that's going to be painless. And you might go to a better part of town or something, I wish that I could tell you more. If you wanted to contact me, just go to ed@edaugust.com and leave some remarks, and maybe you need to have your astrology whipped up or something. Look at your planets and see how things are going. I wish you all the best.
I'm Aries. I know a lot of my planets are. Aries, I think Aquarius, the moon and So.
Well, wait. Let me just stop you right there. This eclipse that's happening tomorrow involves the Sun in Aquarius in opposition to the Moon in Leo. So there's your Aquarius and your Leo planet. And then also right now, Venus and Mars are both closing in on the first, they're about 5 degrees plus or minus of Aries. So Venus and Mars, which bring great success usually and great opportunities and advancement and kind of like they keep you moving. They make you want to do something. You're not just going to sit there and hunker down. You're going to actually go out and get something done. So maybe you need to just call a lawyer. Maybe you need to talk to, as I said, a supervisor, an owner, whatever. You're going to be okay. You are going to be okay. And the planets show it that this is a critical time for you. I would do this in the next week. If you wait, and at the maximum the next month, because this penumbral eclipse of the moon is only good for the next 28 days. So this should go very well for you. Okay, so thanks so much for your call. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that was exciting.
All right. Oh, good. I'm so glad. And you're from the 212, so let me just dive over here real quick to the 917. And there's a couple minutes left. Hello, 917. Are you there? Hello. I can hear a baby. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Oh, hi.
Anna. Hi, sorry.
Hi, Anna. Oh, there you are. You sounded like you're on the other side of the room. It almost sounded like there was a baby crying. So,
yeah, I was
Anna,
falling asleep.
Oh, I know, because you have to wait till... Anna, we've talked before, haven't we?
Yeah, we talked before. I think we were talking about some health stuff before.
Oh, okay.
Remember.
What's new? What's happened happened since last time we talked?
Well, I went to the dentist and she was really, I didn't like her, so I'm going to go find another one now. And I was just thinking about that. So anyway, for me, the question is like, what does the my guides say about work and finding work and stuff, so I can pay for these bills?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I hope you know what the first impression I get. You need to take care of the dental thing, because otherwise it's hard to put your whole mind and your energy into your work if you're having pains or if you're not comfortable. And I hope that the dentist goes really easy on you. So the dentist that you did, that was the person that I said that you'd be going to see while your regular dentist is out of town. So you saw another dentist. You did not like them?
No, she was like, I already knew that I needed to change something, but she made it like sound really bad and like.
Oh, really bad?
I just felt like scared after I left her. I felt
now,
like really scared and.
Sure. So here's the thing. I think right now you feel a little alone. You're not getting enough positive feedback. You're balancing the budget. You're being very careful on it. But I get the Chariot is coming. That is definitely an employer. And then we get the Eight of Pentacles. You just have to keep looking, and that will be there for you, my dear Anna. It will be there for you. But I just don't have any more time right now. They're giving me 30 seconds. So
Thanks
I've got to say goodbye.
Hanging in there with me. Thank you.
Yes,
bye.
You're so welcome. Contact me again. Bye. And with that, here's my exit music, and thank you for calling. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 12 noon.
So if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, would you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with